You think you know the Coen brothers? Well, here's some things you may not have known about this directing duo. Joel and Ethan Coen have directed more than 15 films together, but began working together when they were very young. Their collaborative directing began when Joel saved his lawn mowing money to purchase a Super 8 camera and recreated the films they saw on television with it. Though both brothers are credited with directing, only one went to school to study art. Both brothers graduated from Bard College in Massachusetts, but it was Joel who went on to NYU's undergraduate film program, while Ethan earned his undergraduate degree in philosophy at Princeton. The brothers are notorious for being script sticklers. Most of their films, line for line, are exactly as they are on screen as they are on the script. Oftentimes, when in the beginning stages of writing a script, the Coen brothers begin with fleshing out a scene that they feel is interesting and hold little regard for the overarching story or characters, opting instead to figure out those details as they write. They will do this scene after scene and edit their script until it's shootable. At times, they note, because of their rather unorthodox writing style, they will get writer's block in the middle of a script and will often begin writing another screenplay in the meantime in order to remain productive. While they choose to alternate which of them receives top billing for their screenplays, they will often share editing credits under the pseudonym Roderick Jaynes. Jaynes is described by the Coens as being a cantankerous British man who is pushing his 90s. Jaynes' persona is apparently so well thought out that he once gave an interview to The Guardian in 2001. All of the Coen brother films have been scored by Carter Burwell, with the exception of 1985's Crime Wave. Similarly, the Coen brothers tend to work with the same collaborators, film after film. Some of the actors most frequently cast in their films are Steve Buscemi, John Goodman, and Joel's wife Frances McDormand. Included in these frequent collaborative efforts is director, screenwriter, and producer Sam Raimi, who Joel met early on in his film career. In fact, the first time they worked together was on Raimi's first feature film, The Evil Dead, with Joel acting as an assistant editor. Since then, the Coen brothers and Raimi have worked together in writing, directing, and even making cameos in each other's films. Due to Director Guild rules, only a single director could receive credit for directing in an attempt to retain a significance in the role. The only exception to this rule is if the co-directors are an established duo. As of 2003, there's been a case for the Coen brothers, and now they are able to share the director credit. Since then, the Coen brothers have become the third duo to ever receive nomination for the Academy Award for Best Director. Additionally, the Coen brothers' No Country for Old Men is tied with Orson Welles' 1941 film Citizen Kane for the most nominations for a single nominee, as the brothers are considered one entrant. And here's a bonus one. Despite their clout in Hollywood, both the Coens are relatively secretive about their personal lives, and they like it that way. They themselves even admit outside of work they don't see much of one another. In interviews, they are usually described as being relatively brief with their responses and less than accommodating, often pacing and furtive in their behavior. However, despite this, they are very accommodating to those they work with. George Clooney has said of the duo, quote, "They are really very easy to work with." Well put, George. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.